6:18 p.m. December the 20th. So, hello crowd. Hopefully, millions of people. Hopefully. All right, all right, all right, all right. But hey, guys, this is Dan for X Perception. You know, X Perception is a channel that, let's say, reflects or touches film, television, movies, arts, technology too as well, because technology is quite important. You need technology generally to, let's say, feel the art or the different types of art. And yeah, you do need technology. Technology is very important. I think I'll do some reviews, some TV reviews too as well, and monitors and stuff like that, and computers. There'll be some of that. It is related to arts, generally speaking. But this is mainly a TV movie channel and entertainment too as well. So there'll be a variety of things, but this is more a TV movie channel. So I hope you guys are doing well. And I know it's been a long time. I haven't done any videos. That's because of personal reasons. Well, personal issues and work and stuff like that. So this is why. I know it's been a long time, but I'm gonna take the time to do videos, and hopefully everything will work perfectly, or almost, of course, almost. So the reason why I'm doing this video, it's mainly it's because of the Matrix film, the Matrix Resurrections film, and of course I have notes with me. All right, because I think there's a lot to say. There are a lot of questions about the Matrix film, the new Matrix Resurrections. So yeah, shall we start? All right. So, but I know this is the end of 2020, 2021. You have the Matrix Resurrections and Spider-Man Far From Home, and apparently Spider-Man Far From Home is a great film. I wasn't able to watch it yet, of course, but I'll do a review on Spider-Man. That's for sure. I have to. I have to. It's probably the biggest movie of the year, right? And at the end too as well. So I guess that's a great Christmas present when you think about it. The Matrix Resurrections that is doing its comeback, and then you have the Spider-Man Far From Home. So yeah, but just to start, all right. I know there are so many questions about the Matrix film, but simply just to resume the trilogy, or uh, the impact, I would say, because I'd like to speak about the impact of the Matrix film in general. The Matrix trilogy is, I think, by far one of the most important films in cinematic history, and the reason why it's about the freedom of the mind. It's about freedom, liberty. Of course, you have the elite and you have the populace. Uh, and it is able to portray the parallel that we know, as far, of course, the elite and the populace. But this reality, let's say, okay, I'm going to keep the notes. You have this reality, right? Of course, you have people speak about conspiracies and stuff like that. Let's say, of course, you have the elite, and a lot of people call it the deep state. The deep state are people that were not elected, or not official elected people, but have a lot of power within the government, and they are almost untouchable, right? They're untouchable. So that's pretty much the deep state. They can work in the private sector too as well. They all have connections, right? When you read about the deep state, conspiracy theories and stuff like, and things of this genre, that's where they are. You know, agencies like intelligence agencies, to be specific. The FBI too. Um, of course, well, I had to say the CIA, but uh, I don't want any trouble. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But this is what it is. This is what it is. And of course, they are the agents. When you think about it, the Matrix, they have Agent Smith, right? So you have the elite that are the machines, and the guardians of the elites are the system, the agents, of course, Agent Smith and company, because there are several other agents. So that's really the parallel, I think, that Lana Wachowski and Larry Wachowski. Well, no, Lana is Larry. So Lana Wachowski and what was the other one? The brother. Well, now that they're sisters now, they're trans women. It was Larry, and it was Larry and Harry. I'm not sure. I forgot. Anyways, but yes, now it's not the Wachowski brothers anymore. It's the, I guess, the Wachowski sisters, or just the Wachowskis. That's how they call themselves. But now this time, it's only Lana Wachowski who is directing the film, and it might be better. Maybe sometimes if there's only one person, it might be the best thing. Maybe it will be more coherent. Like it's not like they had any problem of it's not like they had any problems with with directing the film, or they didn't have any problem with the genre. Uh, but I think it's better. I feel that maybe there should only be one director for a movie. That's what I think. But anyways, that's another story. So yeah, as you know, of course, there's the Matrix, and you have those two parallels, correct? And that's what the Matrix film was able to do. Have those two parallels, or and explain to the people or show the people that yes, there is some type of elite that wants to affect this state of mind, or that wants to affect liberty in general. So this is well done. That's why it's one of the most important films in history. I think. I believe it's really about freedom. How you think. See, the elite, the government, or private corporations, they can manipulate you and control your mind. And I think that's what the Matrix films were trying to show, or I think maybe they were trying to educate people. And I really appreciate that from Lana Wachowski and her sister, the other Wachowski. I don't know. It's memory blank. I know their name. I know their name by heart. I used to know their name by heart. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. I know it's Lily now. The other is Lily. So yeah, Lily Wachowski. But that's what I have to say about this parallel. And of course, the agents. This reality also has agents too as well. Okay, of course, I've said the CIA, the FBI. Not to say they're bad people, but of course, the deep state can work within those agencies, right? So yeah, you have the CIA, the FBI agents, you have people who work in the private sector too as well, and you have those so-called Men in Black too. Remember, you've heard about Men in Black? Of course, there was the Will Smith movie and Tommy Lee Jones movie, Men in Black, but they did exist according to some files. Anytime someone would see something abnormal, like maybe an alien, or they've heard about aliens or paranormal activity, you would have the Men in Black showing up at their door and warning them or intimidating them uh, for the only purpose of keeping a secret. So yes, they did exist, and I think they do exist. There was a documentary done by Dan Aykroyd that spoke about that too as well. So he was followed by Men in Black, and of course with an old car. I don't know what's the year, an old Ford, but pristine. And was it a Ford car? But it's like they have those suits, those old suits, and it's old school, but it's neat, and the cars too as well. It's just weird. So that's something to, if you guys want to research and look, You can look online; it's done, but those are very interesting, and that's the parallel that is done. That you see the comparison. It, it's very interesting. It's fascinating. So that's what I would have to say. And of course, uh, let's not forget the main questions that this movie brings on, right? First, whose resurrection it is, because it's the Matrix Resurrections, right? So whose resurrection? What I think, really, of course, you have Neo, who kind of he's coming back. Of course, he's lost some of his memory. Yeah, 382 as well. They probably because you know they've been reinstated in the Matrix, so they had to do some some deleting, or they've erased some of their memory, right? So that's what the machines have done. And also you have the Morpheus return. So you have Morpheus, you have Agent Smith that is back too as well, and maybe new characters. And another resurrection could be the Matrix itself, its old ways. The machine's domination. So that's a form of resurrection too. Is it going to be this way? Are they planning? Of course, they're planning on enslave the people again, and a lot of people are enslaved, but they still have that choice. So it's really a complete domination from the machines. That I would say could be a form of resurrection in a way. When old ways are coming back. They, yeah. So anything else, I would say, of course, if I take a look at the notes, you know, one thing I really wonder about is it gonna be? I hope yeah, it goes. I hope you guys see me. Is it gonna be a simple film or a more complex film? I hope it's the latter. I hope it's gonna be something that is more, of course, more complex, a bit more refined, not just some simple science fiction film, an action film. It's not like they've ever been simple, but I just hope it's not the case, and I hope it's going to be a good philosophical movie that people can reflect on, and university professors too can reflect on and speak, you know, in their own classes, or like everywhere. Something that people can speak at home, everywhere, everywhere. So you can see videos of people speaking about Matrix, whether they could be in a classroom or anything like that, and they reflect on that movie. I really do believe it's a film necessary for this time, and especially with the media, the fake woke movement, and all that kind of stuff. I hope it won't be a disappointment. I hope it won't be a so-called woke film. And I really wish, I hope it's gonna be smart and sincere, correct, an honest film. So a film that is honest. So that's what I have to say. And really, there's nothing much really. I know you can see that Neo is connected to the machines. He's not in some kind of incubator, but you really wonder if that's the reality, because he was connected to the machines, but it looked quite different from the original trilogy. He was connected to the machines. Of course, it's some kind of connector, and it wasn't in an incubator or something like of that sort. The image was kind of blue, and you'll probably see it. You'll see it on it's trailer one, the first trailer. I don't know if it's a new way of creating people or if there's cloning involved, because of course the engineer in the second film, Matrix Reloaded, spoke about like they were different, the ones, right? Yeah, you had several saviors. You have, I think, 5 5 to 7 saviors. Uh, so this is interesting. So it's really a movie about cycle, transcendence, of course, resurrection, and yes, Lana Wachowski is a trans woman, of course. So is she gonna bring something that is something that will address maybe transcendence? Is it transcendence? Usually transcendence, trans means beyond, right? And ascendance means to climb. If you look at the definition, so usually people move up. When it's called transcendence, it's moving up. Remember the movie Transcendence with Johnny Depp a couple of years ago? I think it was 6 years ago or 7 years ago. Story about a professor, a man who, of course, got sick because of a terrorist organization. Well, they thought they were doing the right thing, and they kind of did, but they poisoned him with, I think, it wasn't nuclear, but it was some radioactive substance. I think it was a radioactive bullet, something like that. And of course, he had to transfer his mind to a machine. And then, when his mind was transferred to the machine, of course, it's some kind of higher state, right? As a conscience, it's a higher state. And from that state of being a sentient machine, he was able to transfer his mind to a more biological body and even control several biological bodies as well. So transcendence is more like moving up, moving to superior state of life. But is a transgender moving to a higher state of life? No. That's another story people can judge. So I think she will address those things, and it's all about consideration. What you consider is a higher state of living. People can have a higher state of living. Can you call it transcending or transcendence? If you get richer, you have a better life. Is that transcendence? See? So those are good subjects, and I don't know if there's anything else. Really, transcendence, reincarnation. Yeah, transcendence. I know it's important. Life, the message, the cycle of life. The gospel. The gospel is coming back, right? Neo is kind of a messiah, so the gospel is coming back, right? So it's the cycle of the gospel. So it's not dying. It's interesting. It's interesting. So of course I'll have to review the film. I'm just waiting for it. It's gonna be released. It will be released on Wednesday, the 22nd. So I'll take the time to really watch it. I know it's gonna be very smart. I hope. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be a very smart film. I wish them well. I wish Keanu Reeves a great. He still has a great career, but he's one of. He's really an actor that I appreciate a lot, and the other people too as well. The other cast members too as well, and there are new people also, and I just wish him well. It's of course it's Spider-Man time, but people should support Keanu Reeves too as well. Support this man, support him, and Lana Wachowski, Carrie-Anne Moss, who's very good. Trinity is very important too in this film, and the other people like there was that lady Hillwick. That she's a new member of the film. Niobe's coming back too as well. Jada Pinkett Smith, and you have Yahya Abdul Mateen, the third or second. I think it's the second. He's coming back to. Well, no, he's not coming back. He's the new guy who's playing Morpheus. So it's interesting. So some changes, but it's interesting. So this is it. This is it. I think I'm done. There's nothing else. Yeah. Well, it could have been called maybe Matrix Evolution, but it's not the case. We had Matrix Revolution. Resurrections is probably the best term. Lana Wachowski is the director. She knows what's best for the film. So the Matrix Resurrection. So guys, I'm done. This is it. This is the end, and that's all I can take in now. And I wish you well. I wish you well, and Merry Christmas too as well. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year too. May God bless you. And I'm Christian, so I'm gonna tell you, may Jesus bless you through His Holy Spirit. I wish you the best. And if you're not a Christian, but I'm telling you, God bless you. So wish you well. Okay, take care, guys. Take care of your family, and that's what I have in my heart. So take care. Okay, guys. God bless. Bye bye.